Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today's Redington working session. The topic for today's session is secure work from home with Cisco Umbrella. The session will be given by Mr. Fred. During the session, if you have any questions and answers, please put them in the Q&A tab on your left. They will be answered at the end of the session. Over to you, Fred. Thank you so much.
Okay. First of all, thank you for your patience, everyone, and welcome to my presentation. So my name is Fred Ndungu. I'm the pre-sales consultant. I handle Cisco security. So the reason why we are talking about securely working from home is that most organizations currently, due to the COVID-19 situation, are working from home, and they want to work from home while they're being secured. So Cisco Umbrella is the DNS security for Cisco. And I'm going to take you through, first of all, why do you need DNS security? And how does Cisco Umbrella come in? And also now, how easy is it for you to deploy it? And how easy is it for you to secure even your remote users and even have visibility while they're not in the offices? So first things first, DNS is important, is an internet protocol which is important. Most of the attackers or most of the attacks use DNS to attack your organization. And most of the organization do not even monitor DNS. So why is it important to monitor DNS? 1 in every 3 breaches which have been reported have been or could have been avoided through using DNS. And this could have saved most of the organization a lot of money, according to the CGA report on the economic value of DNS security. This was done in 2019. Okay, so first of all, what is DNS? So think of DNS more like your phone book. The human mind is not designed to remember numbers. Let's say, for example, if I want to call one of my engineers, I'll have to just go to my phone and dial his name. Let's say, for example, you want to call Fred. You go to your phone, dial Fred, and the number which has been associated on your phone book will be dialed. The same thing as the internet. The internet does not know, for example, what is google.com or what is cisco.com. What helps it know which IP address to contact is the DNS. So the DNS translates the name into an IP address which a machine can be able to understand and try and reach to that. So why is DNS security useful? The first thing is that for any communication to happen between you and the internet, the first step is the domain name translation. So this is the first step to the internet. Number 2, if you do DNS security, you can be able to block attacks even before they get to your machine. And DNS is used by nearly all devices. So it's very useful for you to do DNS security. So now let's talk about Cisco Umbrella. So Cisco Umbrella was founded in 2006 as Opendns. This was just a recursive DNS service. Then later on, they noticed that they can apply a layer of security. So they added now the security layer of DNS in 2012. In 2015, it was acquired by Cisco. And in 2019, they added extra features for their DNS security so that you can be able to help you even when working from home. So let's talk about the DNS security. Okay, so for example, if I'm working from the office, how can I ensure DNS security? Number 1, if I'm probably in your offices, you have your local internal DNSs. Let's say, like for example, in Redington, if you want to access our applications, we have a DNS whereby we can be able to translate the name of our applications internally. However, if let's say we want to communicate to the internet, this DNS forwards to an external server. Most of our system administrators use let's say, for example, the Google DNSs, which is 8.8.8 or 4.2.2.2. So if you're in an organization and you want to protect users in the organization, what you have to do is just forward the DNS instead of to the ISP's DNSs. We forward it to Opendns, what you call Opendns or Umbrella. Once you forward those to Umbrella, Umbrella will be able to give us, number one, visibility. So we'll be able to see all internet traffic across our users. Number two, we'll be able to block attacks earlier. Number three, we'll be able to contain attacks which are already inside. Number four, we'll be able to enforce content and web filtering. Number five, we'll be able to manage and block cloud applications. And also, we'll be able to gain context and visibility for further investigation. If, let's say, you're not in the office, whereby we just, let's say from the firewall, we change our DNSs to the Opendns Security. Let's say if you're roaming using a laptop or using your phone, the only thing you need to do, for example, if you have any connect, you only need to enable any connect to be able to you're only supposed to enable Umbrella on your Any Connect. If you do not have Any Connect, you just download the Any Connect, the Umbrella standalone application, and it will be able to assist you. This is also available on your phones, so you can be able to push it to your users. If, for example, you want to push to your users. So I've talked about how you can be able to connect and secure any device on your network, on roaming or mobile, or even at your branch level. So if it's at the branch level and the branch connects to the internet directly, the only thing you just need to do is connect to your router and forward the DNS requests to Umbrella. So you can get enterprise-wide visibility in just a few minutes. Okay, so the advantages of using Opendns is it's reliable, fast, and it also has connectivity to the global network. Why is reliability and fast and speeds very important? We want to connect to the internet without any breaks or slowdowns in our connectivity. Opendns has had 100% downtime since the first time it was launched in 2006. So as you can see here, not only do we have massive amount of data, but most importantly, we have a very diverse data set, and it's not just from one geography. As you can see, we get 200 billion requests per day. We have 100 billion daily active users, more than 85,500 enterprise customers, and 190 plus countries where we are able to install Opendns. So our DNS serves as the foundation of our threat intelligence. We use it to learn where the threats are coming from, who is launching them, where they're coming or going to, how wide is the attack, and also we are able to use data from Telos. Telos is Cisco's intelligence network, whereby we have researchers and engineers who can build models that can be able to automate and classify score domains, and also give intelligence on threats all over the world. So with these statistical models, we can now be able to filter the data we have and make sense of the data. For example, one of the models we use is the co-occurrence model. So for the co-occurrence model, it identifies the domains that are queried right before and right after a domain is given. Why is this important? This helps uncover domains linked to the same attack or even hosted from separate networks. So for example, if let's say, for example, we notice that before this attack, we usually go to our website ABCD, and website ABCD, before you go to that website, there are other domains which are linked to this domain. We are able, using the co-occurrence model, to identify all those domains associated, even if they are not hosted in the same network, and we can be able to get that visibility and now block those domains. So Cisco Umbrella has what we call Investigate. Investigate is a console whereby with a single console you can be able to correlate the source and have complete view and the view of the relationships and the evolution of the domains and the IPs. This will help us automatically discover and predict the malicious domains. So again, we can have the live graphs of the DNS requests and other contextual data. We can be able to correlate again the statistical models, which I've shown you below in the other slide. We can be able to discover and predict the malicious domains and IP addresses. We can be able also to enrich the security data with the global intelligence. Again, this intelligence using APIs, you can be able to correlate, you can be able to integrate the investigate model. Probably if you have a SIM solution in your organization, we can be able to feed information to that. Also, our Cisco Umbrella integrates with Cisco AMP, whereby there, for example, there's a file which wants to connect. We have noticed that this file is malicious and it wants to connect to the CNC. So AMP will give that information to Opendns, and Opendns will be able to block any communication within your network with that URL, which is a command and control. So with Opendns, first of all, the key differentiators is number one. First, it is fast and most reliable cloud infrastructure, whereby it does not break or slow down any connections. Number two, it's most open. You can easily integrate Umbrella with any of the existing tools that you have in your network. Number three, it's the most predictive intelligence and offers unparalleled intelligence that enables us to uncover malicious domains, IPs, and URLs. Also, it's easy to deploy. As I explained, the only way, if you want to deploy Opendns, the only thing you need to do is go to your DNS forwarders, change them to 208.67.222.222. You just forward those requests there, then from there you'll be able to get the protection that you need. The last and also very important is that we offer the broadest coverage of malicious destinations and files through integrations with AMP. As explained earlier, if AMP notices that there is a problem with one of the files and it's trying to connect to a command and control, AMP notifies Opendns. Opendns will block that type of connection and any other connection with that command and control server. And it will also feed the global intelligence network, which I said it's Cisco's Talos. We'll be able to feed that intelligence there, so that any other Cisco product can be able to get it in the next update. So there are only 3 steps if you want to sign up to Opendns. The first thing you need to do is sign up. The second thing, just point the DNSs. The third, you're just done. So you get your it will send you an email, and you'll be able to log in and get a console whereby you can be able to check, or you can be able to see what is happening in your organization, even if a user is working from home or if the user is working from anywhere. So let me just show you. Let me try and share my entire screen to be able to show you a quick demonstration of how this is done. Since I do not have any agent here, I'll just go to my internet settings. I will change my adapter networks since I'm working from home. But you can be, as administrators, you can get the lightweight agent and deploy it. So from here, I just change the DNS settings. Once I've changed my DNS settings, let me go to the internet, Google Chrome, and go, let's say, to It will take a bit of time for it to reflect on my machine. But what it will be able to do, Opendns will be able to block these requests. And once it's able to block these requests, we'll be able to get visibility on our console and be able to block any malicious transactions, even by just changing the DNS results. So far, any questions?
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Fred, for doing this wonderful presentation to all the partners community. Thank you guys. Thank you for attending. Thank you, Fred, once again.